Hello and welcome to Bible Bites Daily. Today we have reached 1 Kings chapter 20, a chapter filled with dramatic battles, divine interventions, and valuable lessons about obedience and God's power. Our story begins with Ben-Hadad, the king of Aram, assembling a massive army with 32 allied kings to attack Samaria, the capital of Israel. He sends a threatening message to King Ahab, demanding Israel's silver, gold, and even Ahab's wives and children. Ahab initially agrees to Ben-Hadad's demands, but when Ben-Hadad grows more arrogant and demands total control, Ahab refuses, saying, "Let's not the one who puts on his armor boast like the one who takes it off." Just as all seems lost, a prophet comes to Ahab with a message from God. "Do you see this vast army? I'll give it into your hand today, and you will know that I am the Lord." Following the prophet's instructions, Ahab sends out a small force of young officers to lead the charge. Against all odds, Israel defeats the much larger Aramean army, and Ben-Hadad narrowly escapes. After his defeat, Ben-Hadad's advisors tell him that Israel's God is a God of the hills, and that they can win if they fight on the plains. So Ben-Hadad gathers an even larger army and returns the following year. Once again, a prophet assures Ahab that God will deliver victory to prove he is the Lord of all. Though Israel's army looks like two small flocks of goats compared to the vast Aramean forces, God gives Israel another miraculous victory. Over 1 lakh Aramean soldiers are killed, and survivors flee to the city of Aphek, where a collapsing wall kills an additional 27,000 soldiers. After this second defeat, Ben-Hadad surrenders and begs for his life. He sends messengers to Ahab, wearing sackcloth and robes as a sign of submission. Ahab spares Ben-Hadad, calling him "my brother," and makes a treaty with him. This decision, however, directly disobeys God's command to completely destroy Israel's enemies. Later, a prophet, disguised as a wounded soldier, approaches Ahab with a parable about a man who failed to guard a prisoner and was condemned for it. When Ahab acknowledges the man's guilt, the prophet reveals that the story is about him. Ahab had been tasked with destroying Ben-Hadad but let him go. The prophet declares God's judgment: your life for his life, your people for his people. Ahab returns to his palace, angry and sullen. This chapter is filled with powerful lessons. First, it shows us God's sovereignty. He is not limited by circumstances. He is not limited by numbers or locations. Second, it reminds us of the importance of obedience. Ahab's failure to follow God's command leads to judgment. Finally, it teaches us to trust God's promises even when the odds seems impossible. Thanks for joining us as we explored this chapter today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more Bible insights. What stood out to you in this chapter? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay faithful and stay blessed. Thank you.